Լավ, ասում։
Արի 3-4 ասենք, 2-ով ասենք։
Գնացինք։
3-2-1-ով գնացինք եւ այսպես հաղթող է ճանաչվում 3-2-1
Mirna Bzdigian!
My name is Mirna. My last name is Bzdigian. Typical all Armenian last names end up with I-A-N. I'm 19 years old and I was born in Aleppo, Syria, actually. So I'm Syrian Armenian. I moved to Armenia 2 years ago in 2019 to Yerevan, Armenia to live in peace because Syria has seen war over the last 10 years. I started going to the American University of Armenia. I'm majoring in English and communications. One of my long-term goals is to be a human rights activist, and I'm also interested in like marketing, public relations kind of field. So I don't know what the future is still holding for me. So I'm just like on my starting of my career. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but and also one of my passions is sport because I was a professional swimmer back in my teenage years. I was from the Syrian national swimming team for 5 years until I moved to Armenia. But because of my life circumstances, I wasn't able to continue swimming in a professional way. It's a hobby now, but yeah, it was a huge part of my life. But sport in general, because I come from a supportive family where my mom and dad were basketball players, like professional basketball players. My dad is the coach of the Syrian national basketball team. So I come from a sportive family where sport like occupies a huge part of our lives. So yeah, that's about me. And I love to describe myself in 3 words: that I'm so open, and I'm so what's it called? I'm so open, creative, and loving. I'm such a loving person because I love people. My motto in life is treat others the way you would like to be treated, for sure.
And why is so important for you, this motto?
I think it's important for me because I've been in a period in my life where I had pressure when I was from the national team. I had, like, in 2018 there was the junior championship that happened in Argentina, so I had to qualify there. And so I was living a lot of stress at the age of 16. It was like 3 years ago. So because I was in stress, I wasn't treating people good because I wasn't feeling how I was treating them. And then one day my mom said to me, she was like, okay, you're doing this, you're doing that. That's not nice because people won't love you anymore. And would you love if you were in my situation and you acted the way that you're acting? Of course you didn't like it. And at that moment I felt like I was hurting a lot of people with my behavior just because I was going through that same things, and I felt that I was reflecting that energy onto others. So it was such a bad feeling. And from that on, I didn't wish anybody to treat the way that I was treating other people. So I don't like that kind of behavior, and I don't know how I got it, and I do regret it. But the good thing is that I've learned from my mistake, and I learned that if you want to leave a positive impact on other people, so what do you want? Do you like positive energy? So treat people with positive energy so that they would do the same, you know? That's why I think that's the most important motto. But I have other ones too, if I'm going to be honest, because when I was a kid, I faced death many times because I lived in war. and I didn't smile. I lived in depression for many years. Like my mental health was pretty down, but I overcame that just by not giving up, and I've worked on myself. So, and since then I always smile. It's like you won't see me without smiling. So one of like the second motto that I can give it to you is that smile, because maybe your smile will be the reason of other people's smile. So I always smile because I don't know what's the person in front of me is facing in their life. So maybe if in that moment I smile to them, maybe they'll feel good, and that would make me feel good too. So that's why smile is very important for me too. Oh, so when I was a swimmer, of course, one of my dreams was to participate in the Olympic team and like to be part of it and to be from the Olympics. Actually, when I'm telling you, like back in Argentina, when I was trying to qualify for the junior Olympic team in 2018, I worked hard for it, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to qualify. And swimming is one of the things that I didn't get to do my purpose. Like I didn't reach my dream. When you're doing something, you would have a purpose for it, right? You would have a dream to get to. One of my dreams was to make the national team, like to be from the Olympic team, and like to become Asian champion. But unfortunately, I had to work and study when I moved to Armenia, so I didn't have time to continue professional swimming. So that's why swimming like left as a dream for me, and I didn't reach my purpose. But I thought like I do accept it, you know. It's not like I'm not sad about it. I'm not sad that I didn't reach my purpose in swimming, because I believed that maybe my destiny is another thing, and here I am in the pageant. I did believe in it. I was like, okay, I didn't reach my purpose. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna fail in life, or like that doesn't mean that I'm a loser. Maybe God has a plan for me, and I have future in other things. And so I didn't give up on I didn't give up on myself these last 2 years. And the pageant happened suddenly, and I'm like, I know, and I did, because I believed in God's plan. His plan happened, you know. And so that's why
Miss
I
World
really
is
like.
Miss World is like your Olympic Games.
It's like Olympic Games completely. It's like a sport. You have to prepare for it. It's like you have to prepare for it over a course of a year. Like it doesn't happen for 40 days. Like it's like you can't participate in a world championship or like for participating only 40 days. It's the same for the pageant. You have to prepare yourself for like over a course of a year. So we have little time, but we're trying to do our best. Yeah. And so when I moved, because I told you that I faced war when I was a little, and so I'm used to volunteer in Red Cross societies. I was a volunteer in Syrian Red Cross, and then I continued my volunteering job in Armenian Red Cross. And so volunteering became a huge part of my life. It's like I work, I study, and then I volunteer in many organizations. And the same happened to Miss Armenia. I applied to the organization as a volunteer because I wanted to help in the organization process. But because in Syria, we don't have beauty pageants, I don't know about like beauty pageants or anything. So when I moved to Armenia, and I got accepted as a volunteer in Miss Armenia organization, I was like, okay, I have to open the competition and see what's it about. It's like, where's its characteristics, what I have to do, like how I'm gonna help them. And when I was opening the videos and like seeing, I was like, oh, it's interesting. It's like, it's not about your looks only. It's like about your education. It's about you as a person. And I was interested in the modeling industry before. But this, I liked it more because I don't like just people to look at me as a model and to see my pictures without knowing me as a person. I don't want people to judge me. They want them to judge me after they see me. Like I want them to know my personality before they can see my photos. And so I liked it. I was like, it's beautiful. People will see like me as a model, and people will see me as a person, and like what are my goals are, how I'm going to benefit my country. So it was really exciting for me. And then I really do remember I called our national director, Gohar Harutyunyan. I was like, I'm a volunteer, but I think I have a desire to come to the casting. Is it okay? She's like, of course, like come, it's fine. I was like, but if you guys didn't accept me, can I continue my volunteering job? She's like, don't think like that, because you don't know what would happen. And it did. I didn't know that I was going to be accepted from the casting, and I was like, okay, like I'm going to try this year. Like I don't want anything. If I make it to the top 10, if I make it to the top 5, it would be amazing for me too. And I just didn't feel it over the course of 2 months. I was going and going. I was like I was getting to top 15, top 10, top 5, and then immediately it happened, and here I am. It's the same word as Miss World, beauty with a purpose, of course. But for me, how I define beauty is all about feelings. You can't judge beauty with forms. You can't judge beauty with shape, color, and stuff like that. I think for me, beauty is all about feelings. If I can touch people with the way I talk, or like if I can touch people with a word, or like with a sense, or like with a touch, if it made them happy, I think they can see that thing beautiful, or that thing or that person beautiful. That's beauty for me. If I am able to influence other people with my talk, and if they like it eventually, I think that's beauty for me. Because every person has a different taste. Maybe red color is beautiful for another person, and maybe red color cannot be beautiful for another person. So I can't judge beauty with color, shape, or anything. I think it depends on how it's making you feel. Beauty with a purpose, because as I told you, beauty is about what makes you feel. And when you use the way that it makes you feel, and make a change in other people's life, I think that's the best motto that I can define it. Because when you have a purpose for something, it's already beautiful. For example, if you have a purpose to become the president, for example, of your country, it's a purpose at the end of the day, and maybe it can be beautiful for other people, and it can change other people's life. So I think for me, the beauty with a purpose, it's like having the feeling of making other people's life better at the same time, when you're trying to improve your own life too, along other people.
And each candidate have a beauty with a purpose project for the pageant. Yes. Tell me more about your project.
I don't want to talk a lot about it, if I'm going to be honest, because I wanted to be surprised at the competition, but we're not deciding, and honestly, we haven't started filming it yet. I think we're going to start filming it next week. I think it's about what are we deciding to do. I think it's going to be a little bit about me and about my country, as I already mentioned, because I lived in war when I was little. I think we're gonna put that in it, and also Artsakh war that Armenia is facing at the moment, because I'm a person that has gone through the same thing that people are Artsakh going through. I think that I'm gonna help them in a way where, because I know what they're feeling, I know what they're going through. So I think it's going to be a little bit about, I think it's going to be about this topic. I don't want to talk a lot about it, but I think it's going to be something interesting, raw, honest, and beautiful. I think it's going to be something unique, because it's all about because it's all true what we're going to show. And yeah, I hope that it will change people's perception, and it will raise awareness about Armenia as well. And I don't know, I hope it will change people's life. My best memory when I was a volunteer at the Syrian Red Cross is when I went to the villages. I remember, because I moved from Syria when I was 17. The last time that I was volunteering there, I was 16. And the last volunteering job that I did was when we gave food for the children in the villages. When I went there, I remembered myself when it happened a couple of days when we as kids didn't have any food, and we didn't have any electricity, or we didn't have any water. And so when I went there, I saw the kids and they were really happy. They were screaming out of happiness when they saw the food and the water in our hands. And when I handed that water to them and when they drink it, they're like, you gave us life back. And that was the best memory that I've ever had in my volunteering career. Because at that moment, I felt that I was useful in life. It's like, I want to be a person where I'm not just living for me. I know that I'm here for a reason. And I know that I'm going to be able to help other people. And so when it happened, that when a kid with that cute little eyes had star in that eyes and was looking for me and he's like, thank you so much for the water, that was the best memory that I've ever had in my volunteering career. Because I wished when I was a kid and I faced that, I wished when a volunteer came and gave me that water and said, here you go, just drink it, don't be thirsty. I didn't have that chance. And when I was in war and I didn't have access to water in the middle of the war. And so when I did that to other kids, it felt me really good because I wished that another volunteer came and gave me that water. But unfortunately, I didn't have the chance. So it's okay. But I used it to do it for other people. And when I did that to the kids, it was so beautiful. I can't even describe it. It's maybe doesn't mean a lot for other people, but it meant a lot for me because I know how it feels.
And do you feel you have positively influenced your community with your service?
I don't, it's like I don't like to talk a lot about myself. I think it's more valuable when other people talk rather than me. But I'm going to say other people's feedback that they said to me is that because I always smile, because I always look at things in a positive way. I've gone through a lot in my life. And so I learned from that to be always positive and to always think that better days are coming. It's like this little bad thing that's happening to you today doesn't define anything in your future. If you're getting bullied right now, that doesn't define your personality. So I've gone through a lot of those things, and when another person is going through the same things that I've gone through, I tell them that just be patient. It's okay. Like this period of time will go through, and they say to me that from saying that, I leave a positive impact on them. And overall, people say to me that I have really positive energy, and when they're around me, they like automatically start to smile. They automatically feel like life is great, life is perfect and stuff like that. So that makes me feel happy. And I'm telling you what other people think about me. So yes, I do feel that when I'm around other people, I do leave a positive impact because I think positively. And when I am positive, I will be able to reflect that energy. But if I'm negative, I think that I'll reflect the negative energy. But as much as possible, I try to stay positive. Oh, that's a hard question. I don't have a talent in music, or like I don't sing, I don't play any instruments. I'm just like good in sports. So I don't know what I'm gonna do in the talent competition. I think I should figure something out. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to prepare or like give something special in the talent show because I'm not in that sphere.
You can make something with the swimming.
Oh, maybe. If they bring the pool on stage, I'll do something. I think it would be the first for Armenia if something like that happens. If something like that happens, I think it would be really good for Armenian people. They'll be really proud, and I think that would benefit Armenia at the end of the day. But if I go more personal, if I would share with you my thoughts, I think for me, just participating, being there, being with all of the girls and having an amazing experience is already enough for me. Even though when I was participating in Miss Armenia, I am genuine, and I genuinely say that it was enough for me when I was having a great time, when I met other girls. Like we're closer than ever right now. They're supporting me now that I've won. And I think for me, then I'm gonna look at Miss World competition the same way. And for me, it's more important to show to the world what an Armenian girl looks like, what she thinks, how she looks, how she's trying to benefit her country, how she's representing her country in the best way that in the best way that she can possibly can. So I think that's for me the most important thing. And then comes winning the title, because I don't think by winning the title you'll be able to win everything in life, because that doesn't mean anything. When you're doing everything you can, you're representing your country in the best way that you can possibly can. I think that's the most important thing in the competition.
You can win the crown. All candidates can win the crown. Each year we have the surprise on the top 5 in Miss World. It's not the same way at Miss Universe, because Miss Universe, it's we have some stereotype. You can divine, you can imagine the top 5. But for Miss World, it's impossible, because we have Julia Church, a personality, a woman who impacts the community, impacts the world with a project. And all candidates can win the crown of Miss World. We have all, you are equal, because you are with your project, and this project is important, and you can win the crown. You can, you must, it's you.
I have to believe that I can win.
Yeah, you must believe in you to win the crown.
I do believe. I wish that I can win the title, and I do believe that I can win. Of course, when you're trying to participate in a competition, you have to participate with a mindset that you're a winner, you're a participant, but at the same time, you have to approach the competition as you are a winner. And of course, I'm a winner. But for me, it's not the first step. Like, it's not my first priority to go to the contest and I'm gonna win. No, for me, first, to have a great time, to leave a positive impact on other people, and then comes the winning process. Of course, I'm a participant at the end of the day, and when I'm participating in a competition, of course, I have the imagination that I'm gonna, for example, win. And so that's why I'm participating. If I don't want to win, then I'm not gonna participate, because what's the point of it at the end of the day? But yeah, of course, I would like to win. Why not? To become Miss World.
It's a great call, because you have a great reign after the crowning, and we travel a lot. We meet interesting person, interesting organization. It's very, the winner is change. The winner of Miss Crown changed during the reign, because she have a lot of opportunity to become a very great voices. And
yes,
if you can choose your roommate, which country do you want to be your roommate?
Oh, I don't know. I don't mind anybody, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't have any preferences, but I think I want to stay in a room where I can we can talk with the same language. I know not I don't know if anyone there knows Armenian, but I think it would be better for me if I stay in a room where a girl knows English or Arabic, because I speak Arabic pretty well too, and English. So for example, they always put Armenia and Russia in the same room, because they know that Armenians know Russia, but I didn't live in Armenia, and I'm from Syria. So unfortunately, I don't know Russian. So if they put me in a room with a Russian girl and she doesn't know English, that would be really bad, because we won't be able to communicate with each other.
For the moment, we have no Russia, no candidate of Russia. No candidate of Russia for the moment.
Oh, then I don't mind.
Yes, but Miss World America 2021, she was crowning in a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, she's Syrian. You can go to be roommate.
Yeah, of course, I would love to.
I would love to. She's very nice.
She looks nice. She looks really nice and kind. So I'm really excited to meet her.
She has a sweet background, because she has a pacemaker since 12. She have
Oh.
yes, she have a great background with a medical, and she's very happy to live and to go to Miss World. She's
Oh,
very
me too. Yeah, I'll be really happy to meet her because I think we have the same kind of personality, so we will vibe it with each other.
yes, and we have the same roots
Oh,
because she's Syrian.
Syrian?
She
Really?
she go to Syria. She went to the
Oh,
yes. We have the same route.
wow. Is it she's Miss USA?
She's not Miss USA. She's Miss World America. She's not the same contest. We have
Oh,
Miss USA is for Miss Universe. Miss America have no international contest, and Miss World America go to Miss World.
oh, yes, of course. I would really love to be with her. Um, it's really hard to choose. Oh, wait one moment. I forgot her name, but last year's winner in 2019, Jamaica.
Jamaica, Tony.
Tony, yes. Why? You'll ask me why. I love genuine people. I love honesty. I love genuine people, and Tony is genuine. When she's smiling, I feel like she's smiling from her heart. It's like there is a fake smile and there is a real smile. And when she's like in our interviews, when she's talking with other people, you feel like that she's pure, she's friendly, she's happy. And that's the kind of personality that I look for. And that's why I loved her the most, because she looks honest. And like, we live in a fake world where there's a lot of I don't know, hate, jealousy, and stuff like that. But when I look at her, I feel like what she's in her heart, it's in her eyes. So that's why I like her so much. Oh, there's a lot of things that I love in my country. I don't know from where to begin. I think I love my country's nature. I love my country's perception because we appreciate our values, we appreciate our history a lot. And I think that's one of the most important things that Armenia teaches its kids in their schools, because you won't see a kid in Armenia where he or she doesn't know the history from zero until now. We know our history, we know our values, we know our countries, I don't know, artistic values. They're those amazing places. And so that's one of the most important things that I love in Armenia, is they appreciate what they have and they don't give up on their lands. They're so like they're such a close family. It's like there's a little secret in Armenia: when girls or boys meet each other in the street and they want to talk each other, they say brother or sister to each other, and they even don't know each other. For example, when you meet a person, you'll be like, okay, excuse me, can I talk to you? You know, may I ask you, like, for example, where's this hotel in? For example, if I'm gonna ask a girl in the street, I'm be like, sister. I'm gonna be like sister or brother, because we all feel like that. All of us, like, for example, I don't feel in Armenia that I'm a stranger. I feel like all the nations, like, they're my brothers or sisters. So I really do love my country's bond. You know, we love our country a lot. We love our history. We believe in ourselves. So that's why I love Armenia so, so much.
Which value of Armenia do you want to shine on the stage of Miss World?
Our nationality and our history. Because I think it's so rich in culture. It's rich in culture, in history, and I do believe that Armenia deserves to be more known in other countries that are more well known than Armenia, because it really is interesting to see the culture and the history of Armenia, like, between, I don't know, 1,000 years ago. When I was 12, I traveled for the first time without my parents. And so I was really afraid and I didn't want to travel without them, like without my mom. And so my mom gave me a necklace. I'm Christian. It had Jesus on it. She said to me that if you'll go right now and you'll be alone, but make sure to keep this necklace with you, because if this necklace with you, you're safe and you'll know that your mom is with you. Since then, I don't leave my house, not my country only. I don't leave my house without this necklace, even though, for example, I'm not putting it, but it's in my pocket, the necklace. It's in my pocket. I don't leave it. It doesn't matter if I'm going to put it on my neck or not, but I have to leave it in my bag, on myself. Even when I was a professional swimmer, when I was like competing, like I had a competition, I would wear those swimsuits. They're so tight on your body. And I don't have a place to put a necklace because you're not allowed to wear a necklace when you're competing. And so I wouldn't tell my coaches or like the judges over there. I would take the necklace and put it under my swimsuit just so I know that Jesus is with me, my mom is with me, and so I'll be safe. So my necklace.
And your parents can travel to Puerto Rico to support you during the final of Miss World?
Unfortunately, no, they're not going to be able to come and support me because my dad is in Syria. My mom is with me, but my brother is also here, so she can't leave my brother alone, you know, and she can't leave the house. So, but it doesn't matter. It's okay for me if they don't come because I know they're with me. Like, I know they're in my heart, you know. It doesn't matter if they're here physically or not, but I know that they're supporting me with all their hearts. My family, for sure. Immediately, because I wouldn't be here today without them. I wouldn't be breathing without them. They define me. They are the air that I breathe, the water that I drink, the food that I eat. Everything about me is connected with them. And I don't see my future. I don't see myself without their presence in it. So my family, I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so lucky to have a family where they supported me all my life. They supported all my decisions, even though there were like a little bit wrong decisions that I made throughout my life, but they supported me regardless. They were there for me during my hardest and my most beautiful times. I'm so grateful for my family. I wouldn't change them for anybody else.
What is the reaction of your father when you say, I go to compete at Miss World pageant?
Oh my God. Emotions all over the place. He was beyond happy. I miss my dad a lot. He misses us too, because we haven't seen each other in more than like 1.5 years, almost 2 years. And so when I told him that I'm participating in Miss Armenia, he was like, that's great. Like, you have other dreams to pursue. I'm like, you know me, I can't sit down. I have to do something. And he's like, I support you fully. I hope you're having a great time. He's like, I just want you to be happy. I just want to have, like, for you to have a great time. And then when I won, I called him. He was crying out of happiness. And my dad like cries little, like only a few times in my life I've seen him cry. And that was one of the times that when I won Miss Armenia, he cried. He's so happy because one of his dreams was also to represent Armenia, because like we're, as a family, we love our country a lot. And when I was when I was representing my country, Syria, in national championships, he was happy too. But he always told me that I wish one day Armenia, you could represent Armenia in a way. And I'm really happy that I made his dream come true by participating in Miss World pageant and representing my beloved country, Armenia.
It's a great challenge.
It's a great challenge. But it's so beautiful. Like, when I was little, I used to see challenges as something, I don't know, something big, something to be afraid of. But now I take challenges in my life as a way for me to grow as a person, as a way for me to learn. And so when I face a challenge, I'm like, okay, let's do it. You know, there's nothing that I can do. Let's do it. I'll face it, because I'll take it and make something beautiful out of it. And when I challenged myself and participated in Miss Armenia, it went out well, because I approached it with a positive mind, with like clear goals, you know, and this, I had the same approach with Miss World. If I'm going to be honest with you, we don't have a lot of sponsors at the moment, and we need support from our country to help us to financially, like, you know, there's a lot of expenses as for me as a participant to represent my best self, to represent my best country. And so that's one of the challenging things. Financially, we are so challenged.
It's difficult for a lot of countries, because with the pandemic, a lot of support a lot of contests have lost support, have lost sponsor. And it's very difficult.
Because of the pandemic, also because Armenia over the last year faced a lot of difficult times. So as a country, like Armenia is facing a pandemic and the war from another side. So that's why it's hard for Armenia, but we're trying our best, because we're not giving up. That's the most important thing. I'm not giving up. My team is not giving up. I hope that I'll be there.
You are determined.
Of course, I'm more than determined. Oh, you mean food?
What do you want?
I think my guilty pleasure is food. Yes.
Which food?
Fast food, for sure. I have such a salty mouth. I don't have a sweet tooth. I love salt. I love fries. I love burgers. I love chicken wings, you know? And so when I win something, or like I'm happy, I'll be like, I'll grab my aunt or my brother. I'm like, let's go to McDonald's, let's go to KFC, or like anywhere, you know. Let's go eat and celebrate.
It's not good for the body.
Yes, it's not good at all. It's not good for the body. It's not good for the mind. It's not good for your soul. I don't know. It's not good for anything, but it's good for one thing. It's good for my soul to be happy. It's not good for my stomach and for my body, but it's good for my soul.
The soul is important, is more important than the body.
Of course. I know, right? Your mental health is more important than your body. So if my mental health is happy, then my body will be happy. Strong, I think. I think the title will be strong. And I think the title would be stay strong and enjoy the journey. I think that's the title that I would define myself, and I would love for a magazine to write about me, is that I stay strong no matter what I'm facing, and I enjoy the journey with its ups and downs, for sure.
If you can star in a movie, no gender, as you want, who do you choose like a co-star?
Oh, oh my God. Where can I start? Angelina Jolie.
Why?
For sure. I love Angelina Jolie. She also loves humanitarian things. She has adopted 7 kids. One of them is Syrian also. I love her mentality, and I have the same mentality as well, where I like helping people. I don't view life as I'm always glamour. I'm honest, even though like I try to be as honest as much as possible with my followers, to show them behind the scenes, on the scenes and everything. And she's like that, even though she's one of the most known stars in the world, but at the same time you see how she's such a simple person. That's why I love Angelina Jolie and Ryan Gosling, because he's so hot. Okay, he's so hot.
Oh.
So yeah, I would love to start with Ryan Gosling. I love his looks. I think jealousy. I would love to change jealousy and to bring more love in people's life. I think we lack love on this planet, and I don't know, just one thing for people to start love each other regardless, not hate each other, like to prevent spreading hate, more love, more kindness, more honesty, and a lot of jealousy. Because maybe you're seeing a lot of success at the moment, and there are times would come where you won't see success and you'll face a lot of hard times. So people have to support you in your success, because then you'll support them in their success. So I think I would change jealousy, because if jealousy stops, everybody becomes happy in their life and they start to appreciate what they have. Oh, that's such a hard question. Okay, my ultimate dream in life is to be my dad's love, my mom's kindness, my aunt's courage, and my brother's, I don't know, pure of confidence. If I can be all this at the end of my life, then I think I'm the happiest person on the planet. If I can be just those, where I would reflect, for example, my dad's love into him or like into other people, and I'll have that much kindness as my mom has, or like that much confidence that my brother has, and that gives to me. I think that's my ultimate goal in life.
Your family seems very important for you.
Of course. Yes, because I think, like, okay, I want to be human rights activist. I can be human rights activist if I work on it, but I think I have to work much more to give love, to give that much love that my dad is giving me, to give that much kindness that my mom is giving to me. And other things, for example, winning Miss World title or anything like that, of course, they are important. I would love to have them, but they're not my ultimate goal in life, because I believe there are much more important things to achieve. My message is to do not give up. I want to say to those who are listening to us at the moment, to not give up regardless of the things that you're facing at the moment. Do not feel like that you're judged by other people. Work on yourself. Don't give up. Stay positive. Always smile and believe in yourself. Because when you start believing in yourself, everything that's positive in your life will happen to you. Just those, and be honest. If you love yourself as the way you are, all people will accept you as the way you are. So be real, be honest, and love life.